My name is Adam Sandler. I'm not particularly talented. I'm not particularly good-looking. And yet I'm a multimillionaire. I know I want to always do the best I can. I'm not comfortable being around too many people. I don't like being out in public too much. I don't like going to bars. I don't like doing celebrity stuff. So most of the characters I play are people who don't always feel comfortable beyond their small circle. 6th grade was a big time, in my childhood, of hoops and friendship, and coming up with funny things. God gave me some weird, beautiful scent that makes men and women go crazy. People compare it to Carvel. It is a whale of a smell. I've been called a moron since I was about 4. My father called me a moron. My grandfather said I was a moron. And a lot of times when I'm driving, I hear I'm a moron. I like being a moron. My father wasn't perfect. He had a temper. I took some of that. He would snap, but the older he got, he started calming down. He learned about life, but the thing that he taught my whole family was that family was the most important thing, and, no matter what, if a family member needs you, you go and help them out. You get there. My comedy is different every time I do it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. When you're around the kids, you feel like you act the most grown-up just because you're supposed to lead. I say things, like every other parent, that reminds you of your own parents. One thing I do know about being a parent, you understand why your father was in a bad mood a lot. Kids end up seeing my movies anyway, but some of the mothers get mad at me, so I figured I'd make one that I can't get yelled at for. When you're around the kids, you feel like you act the most grown-up just because you're supposed to lead. I say things, like every other parent, that reminds you of your own parents. One thing I do know about being a parent, you understand why your father was in a bad mood a lot. Kids end up seeing my movies anyway, but some of the mothers get mad at me, so I figured I'd make one that I can't get yelled at for. We just bought this house. It's too big. It's like 400,000 square feet, or something. We got an indoor lake and ski slope in the house. It's just too big. Through my films I'm eventually trying to one day tell the truth. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but I'm slowly letting pieces of myself out there, and then maybe by the time I'm 85, I'll look back and say, all right, that about sums it up. When I was younger and did a stand-up gig, it would take me 2 weeks to recover. Sometimes I'd get so panicked that I would stutter. Doing Saturday Night Live definitely affects my relationship with my girlfriend and with my family, because you feel so much pressure to do well that night. But I think everyone's grown to accept that, and so they give me my space at the show. Sir, one more comment like that and I will strangle you with my microphone wire. In one day, I have times where I'm feeling great, I feel like I love my life, and then 2:30 rolls around and I'm the angriest man alive. My wife sees it. I'm not great at bedtime stories. Bedtime stories are supposed to put the kid to sleep. My kid gets riled up and then my wife has to come in and go, all right. Get out of the room. Chemistry can be a good and bad thing. Chemistry is good when you make love with it. Chemistry is bad when you make crack with it. I had my moments of being humiliated, and then I had moments of doing something humiliating. I'm glad I lived out both roles. Now that I'm a parent, I understand why my father was in a bad mood a lot. I grew up cursing a lot. It felt natural. My parents told me to stop. To be honest with you, when I got into this I never thought about reviews. I never thought about what people would say about me. I was just a young guy who was excited to become a comedian and an actor, and I just wanted to get to do what I got to do. I sing seriously to my mom on the phone. To put her to sleep, I have to sing Maria from West Side Story. When I hear her snoring, I hang up. I think the reason I don't read is because, when I'm reading, I feel like I'm missing out on something else. You know, what are my friends doing? Where's my girlfriend? My movies just kind of sneak up on you. I don't have to worry too much about what everybody is going to say. Anyway, I really don't pay attention to what the world says about my movies. I just care about what my buddies think.